In this video, I'll be showing you great understanding about the word Sephirot, Sephirot. The word Sephirot, when you get to the P turned into numbers of 16 in English, you clearly make out 2015, 2015. Seph. When you get to the H, you can make out the 1216. Two 16 is no other than taking 26 times 62. That mathematical equation that I taught in the video before. No other two numbers other than the number of God can you take and do that. God is 26. And inside God, you see the 75. Take 175 times 33 gives you the year 575. It's the year Israel is today. Taking all the years Abraham lived, multiplied by all the years Jesus lived, it gives you the year that Israel is today. Also, if you divide all of Abraham's years by the 33% angels that was cast out of heaven, you see the year 575, the Israel calendar this year, 2015, which ends in this month, in the month of Tishrei, in the Hebrew calendar. Which, when multiplying the month Tishrei, you can make out the 1612. You can make out the 606 days found in Revelation 13:18. You can make out all the nautical miles on Earth, 21600. You can make out the 216. Smaller square connected to 666 in the location for the word Tishrei. You can also make out the 26 and the 62. 62 is Elohim. Is Elohim in English simple gematria. This is the word Gevurah, G-E-V-V. When multiplying the word Gevurah, Gevurah, you can make out the 77, which is Christ. And you can make out 775, how the Jews write the year 5775. And you can make out the year 2015, 2015, found inside the word Gevurah, Gevu. Make out the first verse in Genesis 1:12701. Gevu. Also, this is connected to Israel, who 67 years ago became a Jewish state. You see, the 48 is connected to Israel, who 1948. 67 years ago, prior to 2015, up to 2015. And back to the word Sephirot. You can make out 2015 when you get to the P. It's like spelling out month September. When you get to the P in the word September in English, you clearly make out the year 2015. So SEP. H. Then you see that mathematical equation 1612 on the diameter of the moon 2160. Just like Israel uses the moon to tell time in the lunar solar calendar. SEPH. When you get to the I, you can make out the 440, the 1440, which is the total for the year 2015. Plus you can make out the 14400, which is no other than the word earth. We're multiplying the word earth. It's 14400. It also shows the year 2015, 2015. It also shows the 88, which is no other than the Greek word Jesus when added. ISEOS. It's 88. If you go back 1, 2, you see the 69 found inside the name Jesus, which is no other than the addition for the name Jehovah. You take all the letters J to H in the name Jehovah, change letters into numbers, that becomes 69. Just like Jesus on the cross between the 6th and 9th hour. So clearly all this is connected. That's why we add the word Sephirot. first two, when you add it, you get to 25. First time you add it, SEP, you get to 24 hours. Versus as of 42 generations, Jesus came from Abraham. Added 1, you see the first and last number in the year 2015. And you see the 1 and the 5 found in the year 2015. And then you see the 40. 1948 was when Israel became a Jewish state. For 40 days and 40 nights is when Jesus fasted, and the Israelites were in the wilderness for 40 years. Found inside the word Sephirot, S-E-P. You see the 88 association of Jesus. (1948), word Sephirot added. 1948, Israel became a Jewish state. Found inside the word Sephirot, S-E-P-H. You see the 5 and the 7 associated tonight. 5775, found in the word Sephirot when added. And this is the R. You see the other 75. You see the first one there, 57. S-E-P-H. You see the first 57 when I get to the I in the word Sephirot. The first half of 5775. S-E-P-H-I. Then when I get to the R, you see the other half of this year in Israel, 5775. S-E-P-H-I-R. Oh, you see. And the 15. That's so many. The 9th month. It looks like the 23rd day, September. 5775, which is the Day of Atonement, found inside the calculation for the word Sephirot. Excuse me. See the 9, Sephirot associated with the divine, R-O. And the word Sephirot added is 10, 110. Also on the end, you can see the year 2015, 2015. Which is no other than the year 2015. Word Sephirot, multiply, S-E-P. To the P, you see the year 2015. It's the word multiply. When added, you can see the year 2015 on the end. And multiply, you can see the year 2015 when they get to the third number. Or the P, the 16, S-E-P. H. You see the diameter of the moon. Clearly, Israel used the moon to tell its seasons and months and give it their calendar year. This is the I. Clearly, you can make out the total for this year 2015, 101440, just like I showed you in the word earth early in this video. This is 18. 18, you can see 69 for Jehovah. You can make out 206, all the bones in the body. You can still make out the diameter of the moon. 2160. And get to the O. 15, you can make out 1948. When Israel became a Jewish state. And when you put the 20 in the words, separate the T and the N. Just like the Torah, T is 20, O is 15, in English is 2015. Clearly, 1 and 5 in 2015, beginning to end. And you see the 67, which is when Israel became a Jewish state 67 years ago, prior to 2015. And you see the 9 associated with the month Tishrei. T I S H R. See 1948. See the 1948 inside the word Tishrei. You see 2462400 inside the word Tishrei. You see it's like English month September, but in Hebrew it's spelled Tishrei. Tishre. Before I get to put the R, you see the 62, and you see the 26, everyone. And you see the 144, you see the 14400, the earth, symbolic to 144,000. Also make out the year 2015, 2015, found inside the month of September for Israel. And then when putting the I, you see the 216, 600, 3 score and 6. Still make out the year 2015, 2015. You see the 86, Elohim. And the 69, and the 88, as I showed you earlier with Jesus. And the 69, God. And you see the 26 is God. And you see the 62, which is Elohim, also God. Found inside the month Tishrei. And this is the word Gevurah. Gevurah. Showing the year 2015, 20. 2015. Found inside the word Gevurah, spelled Gevurah. You can see the 48. And you see the 57, which is no other than the end part, or 75, the beginning and end of 2015. How the Hebrews spell 5775. You can see I'm showing you 5775. Which began in September 2014 and September 2015. Connected to God, Elohim, who was Jesus, Jesus who was Elohim, returning this year to judge the world. Bless. And this is what I'm referring to in this video. The Sephirot, 10 emanations, the word Sephirot. And this is the other word that I was referring to in the video, Gevurah, another name for Gabriel. This is also what I was referring to, all that was connected to the Kabbalah and teaches the Kabbalah. As you see down here, the word esoteric. And that's what I'm showing you, esoteric understanding. The word esoteric shows the year 2015. And it's the word Tishrei I was referring to. It's the word Tishrei I was referring to in the Hebrew calendar. Tishrei is the first month of the Jewish year, bridges the summer and the autumn months. Tishrei is the first month on any Jewish calendar, but in the Torah we see something rather perplexing. It's referred to consistently as the 7th month, not the first. And I remind everyone, God created the earth in 7 days, 6 days, rested on the 7th. Also, Israel became a Jewish state 67 years ago in 1948. After the Arab-Israeli War, 1948. In 1948, Israel became a state of Israel. Creation of Israel, 1948. On May 14th, 1948. At the time, David Ben-Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, read the Israeli Declaration of Independence. And 67 years after Israel becomes a Jewish state, in 2015, Jesus, who they crucified in 3793 AD in Palestine, will appear and judge them, as I will show you. The word judge. It's the word judge. J is 10. U is 21. D is 4. When I get to the third letter in the word judge, you can make out the 48. 1948, they became a Jewish state. It was the 5th month. It was May 5th, May 14th, 1948, they became a Jewish state. And you can see 2015 inside the word judge. And you can make out the 5 and the 7 inside the word judge. We're multiplying it.